It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford. Ready to get it started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams. Rookie number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
On second down, this is Madison. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
On second down, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Shoves him aside. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to Montgomery on second down. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Lions have 8-8 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Gone. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is brought in at the 21. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alim McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That gain on no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10.
Goff now looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Play action. It's Goff.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Montgomery back to the ground. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Goff.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cousins again.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot on the fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. Cousins. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Cousins now. Open man is Osborne. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, it's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to go to the percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on third down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A final shot before break here. Goff.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. A strong running. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now 2nd and 3.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Goff on first down.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Again, Goff.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Touchdown! Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Vikings.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins on first down.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action. Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session maybe a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Cousins. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. To throw, Cousins.
He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jack Campbell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the handoff, it's Madison. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Goff.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Throwing now, Goff.
Throws out left, it's caught by Williams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He's still on his feet, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the office.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A first down throw for Cousins. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First down, here's Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A second down throw for Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step,